Hey Leo, welcome to your weekly forecast for the 21st through the 27th of June. This is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to see what's going on in the week ahead, guys. If you stumble upon this video outside of the time frame I mentioned, don't you worry. You came across it whenever you were meant to hear the messages in it. It is a general reading. Not every single message will resonate, but take what does. So without further ado, let's check in here and see what is going on for the Leo collective here. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising collective. Alrighty, my darlings, let's get right on into it. So your first card coming up here is the Ten of Cups. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this was the first card that came up for Scorpio as well. So some of you could be aligned with Scorpio energy, or you might have a Scorpio placement in that area of your life. Might be feeling very fulfilled right now. However, you know, there could be a connection for some of you with Scorpio because they had the same card as the first card coming out. Not necessarily, but it can be. You know, I know they typically, I'm not going to get into that. Okay, but I'm not focusing on love and romance in the weekly forecasts. I'm focusing on you and your energy and your journey. So I want to make this reading about you and your energy, Leo. Ten of Cups can be traditionally, a lot of people are used to watching love readings, so they see Ten of Cups and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting married, I'm having babies, and I'm going to have a happy family. And that can definitely be true. Some of you might be manifesting that. You might be manifesting children, you might be manifesting a happy home life, you might be healing a current relationship and feeling like you're coming into a time of more peace and harmony and balance within your home. That can all very well be true. But outside of love and romance, Ten of Cups is going to indicate happiness and contentment in every area of our life. Okay, the happily ever after. Whatever happily ever after is for you. Manifesting that inner peace, manifesting that contentment, that fulfillment. And I'm feeling around the energy, Leo, I'm feeling a strong sense of satisfaction. And I feel some of you may have had like these habits or these tendencies of constantly trying to fill up an emptiness, whether you would turn to food or substances or physical intimacy or relationships or financial goals or whatever it might have been, right? You know, maybe being a workaholic or, being very competitive in your career, whatever it might have been. I feel some of you went through a phase or a period of time where you were constantly trying to fill up this emptiness, and it never felt like it was enough. It always had to be the next thing and more and more and more and more and more. And with the Ten of Cups, Leo, I feel in your energy that like you're finally feeling full. You're feeling satiated. You're feeling satisfied. And I feel for a lot of you that's a very welcomed feeling, but it's a feeling that you haven't had in a long time. And I feel like you're coming into that feeling of completeness, of satisfaction, of being full, of being, satisfied, completely and totally satisfied. And that's going to look different for different ones of you because you guys have different priorities. You have different areas of your life that you're focusing on. You have different goals. You have different personalities. You have different planetary placements, but I feel for the Leo collective, there's satisfaction coming, and it feels to me like it's been a long time coming. Like, oh my gosh, like this is I almost like a dream come true kind of feeling. Your next card here, Leo, is the Empress. And I know traditionally this can be seen as both Libra or Taurus energies, feminine energies, and that can be the case for some of you. Some of you could be dealing with or could be having a situation here with a Libra or a Taurus or someone who has those placements in their sun, moon, or rising. But overall, this is a major arcana card. And major arcana cards are going to come up when we have a new chapter of our life. We're coming into a new chapter. We're coming into a new phase. And we're able to have this beautiful new beginning, this beautiful change in our life, new chapter, new experience. And so typically it comes with growth, evolving, awakening. And the Empress is a very fertile energy. Okay, some of you with this Empress following the Ten of Cups, you may be like quite literally, quite in the literal physical sense, manifesting a sense of, motherhood and home and children and babies with the Empress here next to the Ten of Cups. But Empress is about creation, and creation comes in many forms. Okay, it comes in many forms. It's not always going to be about literal kids. It could be about a labor of love near and dear to your heart, that you're putting a lot of love, a lot of care into. It might be your way in which you're trying to help other people. Okay, I feel some of you might be doing something around like wanting to put something out there for other people in terms of the inner child and mothering the inner child. Okay, or like nurturing your inner child, regardless of if you're male or female, nurturing your own inner child and maybe giving it that love and that care and that affection that it's craving or looking for or longing for, whether you didn't receive it at all as a kid or you received it as a kid and as an adult you're longing for it. But I feel there's something here with inner child work for some of you. And Empress overall, like I said, is going to be creation, creativity. You might be launching something here very soon. Okay, I see Empress come up around self-employment a lot. Empress is one of my self-employment cards, okay, in terms of business. So something that you have been putting work into, time into, love into, it's starting to blossom, it's starting to grow, it's starting to flourish. I keep hearing flourish, 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 flourish. I feel some of you are going to be drawn out into nature, specifically trees. Okay, specifically trees. I feel, Leo, some of you are like wanting to be like out near the trees or wanting to just be, whether it's a park or going for a hike or, taking a break from work in the city and going outside and standing near like a tree on the sidewalk. I just feel like some of you are being pulled towards trees or like gravitating towards trees. And I feel that as you're spending time in this tree energy, in the presence of trees, some of you are receiving an idea that is going to really, really, really bring about big change for you in your life. Something about the energy is giving you a sense of inspiration, and that inspiration is leading you towards like discovering what you're passionate about. Almost like there's a fire that's getting relit inside of you, right? I know that Empress isn't associated with fire energy, but I'm feeling this sense of like awe, like this is just awe, inspiration, and just feeling very moved, feeling very motivated. So if you've lost your motivation, Leo, I feel like a lot of you are getting that back in starting this week and continuing into the coming weeks. And a lot of you are going to have a lot of inspired ideas that are going to fare very well for you. Oh, it got dark, huh? I wonder why. All right, the next card here is the Hermit. Okay. Hermit also came up for Taurus. Very interesting. I'm curious how many of you might have a Taurus placement here, because Emperor can also have Taurus energy. So again, if you have a Taurus placement, this could be the area of your life that's really kind of becoming very, very, focused on having changes, having transitions. And it could just be about the home life for some of you, creating more sense of security, safety in your home life, feeling more established, feeling more at home. But the Hermit for me, it's traditionally gonna be a Virgo, right? Let me get that out of the way. There could be a Virgo connection for some of you if you have a Virgo placement. I just said Taurus because it came up in Taurus's reading, but the Hermit is traditionally associated with a Virgo, and Virgo is going to be about basically, maybe some of you have a Virgo placement coming to the surface or dealing with a Virgo, but the Hermit card in general, another major arcana. So now we've got two major arcana cards next to each other. For me, in my readings, when that happens, it's letting us know that you're coming into a time of massive, massive energetic shifts. Big, big, big changes. A lot changing in a short period of time. And a lot of it is old karmic stuff clearing, getting out of the way, things that no longer serve you, out of the way, blockages out of the way, things beginning to move forward. And Hermit card for me in general, honestly, obviously, traditionally, it's going to have to do with that whole sense of awakening, spiritual connection, mentor. A lot of people see the Hermit and they think of isolation or being alone. But the way that I've experienced it and the way that I've seen it come up over the years for people is more like the little caterpillar going into the cocoon, right? The caterpillar is not going into the cocoon because it's depressed. The caterpillar is going into the cocoon because it's had its fill, right? It's gone, it's munched on all the good stuff, right? And it wants to rest for a little bit. It wants to just go and take its little nap. And what's happening in that time is it's transforming. It's not healing. It's not releasing. It's transforming. It's evolving into the next phase or step of its life. And what the butterfly ends up doing, the caterpillar can't even imagine in its little, limited mind. The places the butterfly can go, the things that the butterfly can see, can experience. The caterpillar can't even dream of it from its little viewpoint crawling around. And so for me, the Hermit is very much like, it's something that I have seen over time, that yes, there might be a solitude, but in that solitude, there's awakening and transformation, okay? And coming into your fullness, coming into your full potential, coming into purpose, coming into like the way in which you're going to be helping other people even, okay? Or putting your skills to use. And so there's a sense of awakening when I see the Hermit, and a sense of transformation. Even though I know traditionally Hermit might not be, transformation is not going to be a keyword to describe the Hermit card when you're learning tarot, I've just kind of seen that happen, because the Hermit is so connected with God, with Source, with higher self. The Hermit knows the way. The Hermit knows the truth. The Hermit has seen the light. And the Hermit is not going to be shaken by the opinions of other people, or not worried about anybody questioning him, and so for us as humans, a lot of that comes through our transformation, right? That transformation, that connection to higher self. So you might feel, Leo, like it's in some of you Leos are traditionally, typically you guys are seen as very charismatic. You're seen as people who don't shy away from being in the public eye. You're seen as people who like to, use your gifts and talents to help others, and to have that exchange with others. And so you're not necessarily seen as introverted people, but some of you Leos in the coming weeks might feel like being around people feels a little exhausting, right? Not depressed, not lonely, not sad, but just kind of like, man, I need some downtime. I need some alone time. This is your energy shifting. Your next card here, Leo, is the Knight of Cups, right? So we've got a court card here. Traditionally, court cards can be representative of other people. Knight of Cups could be, again, Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer person, a water sign person. And this could be a message. Some of you might be receiving a message from a water sign person. However, right, we're not focusing on love and romance so much here, but on your journey. And Knight of Cups is a card that one of the meanings, when we step it away from the stereotyped meanings that gets attached to it, one of the meanings of Knight of Cups is pursuing the things that makes your heart smile, right? Pursuing a sense of inspiration, taking the inspired path, taking the the path that excites you, that brings you joy, that brings beauty into your life, like the pursuit of beauty, the pursuit of magic, the pursuit of wonder. And I see this happen a lot of the times when people are opening up to receive. And I see it sometimes come up when people are blocked financially because of blocks in the heart chakra. And as that's opening up, you're going to be not only having happy, satisfying new experiences and noticing beauty around you, but opening up to receive financially as well. That is something that I have seen in my readings, because I don't always focus on love and people don't always come to me asking about love, right? And so I know that Knight of Cups is going to be something that people see as like a Romeo or like a player. And yes, that can be the case sometimes, right? But not always, right? Maybe some of you are taking a break from really serious relationships and you're just wanting to experience a sense of adventure and a sense of romance. That could be happening for some of you. But overall, the Knight of Cups is not only about, somebody being a player. The Knight of Cups has a lot of other meanings and a lot of other layers. And so, like I said, some of you are just coming into a path of being inspired. It's like, I feel some of you are finding your muse, something that's inspiring you. And I feel like some idea is coming to you, as I said, as you're like being in nature or being near the trees. And you're living a life with this Ten of Cups, like doing the things that are fulfilling to you emotionally. What these cards are telling me, Leo, a lot of you have been on autopilot for a long time. But there could be someone who has inspired you. Maybe this is a water sign person. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be somebody that you're not even that close to, and you may just be watching them on social media. And you're like, you know what, that person is really inspirational to me. That person is really inspiring me. But I feel like a lot of you are coming into the energy of living a more inspired life. Living through inspiration and coming out of autopilot. That's what it feels like to me. Like life has been really routine and you're breaking out of that and you're coming into fulfillment, whatever that is for you. Okay? You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks are going to resonate more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. Love readings for June are linked in the description. July love readings will be up soon. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, my dears. Take care.